Hey everybody, this is Torrey with GutMonkey. Thanks for tuning in to our next in the Leading Edge video series. Today we're going to talk about comfort zone again. Now, if you haven't tuned in to our last comfort zone conversation, please go back and check out the last video. Today we're going to talk about how do we apply this idea of getting out of our comfort zone and where our comfort zone lives in our world to our current conditions where we are physically distancing. I want to start by reminding everybody that we have to have a comfort zone. If we don't have a comfort zone, we are going to be stressed and in a bad space. We are going to consistently be in distress. The challenge is, right now in our world, most of us are out of our comfort zone all the time. Physical distancing, sheltering in place, these are all very, very new concepts. So a majority of us are probably in our growth zone or in our danger zone a lot of the time these days. So I want to take this opportunity to remind you that it is good to find your comfort zone and spend some time there. So we're going to have to start by identifying what is part of our comfort zone that we can experience while physically distancing and sheltering in place. That's going to be different for everybody, but try to figure out what those are. Quick examples for myself. I'm an extrovert. I love spending time with people, and I'm stuck in my house. So what am I doing? I'm calling people. I'm FaceTiming with people. I'm on Zoom calls with folks, and I am making sure that I stay connected with as many people as are willing to chat with me, quite frankly, because that is a big comfort zone for me. Next is I used to go to a gym where I used to row. I was pretty good on a Concept 2 erg. Loved the row, except I haven't done that forever. But I have one, and it's a little secret. I haven't used it in a long time. And the first day I pulled it out and got on it, it was not comfort zone. It was challenging. I hadn't been on it in a long time. But the more I use it, the more I'm finding it is really creating a comfort space because I have a lot of experience on the rower, and it brings me a sense of comfort. And then I like movies. A lot of people do, but I like movies, and I have really enjoyed occasionally turning on a movie, watching a show, and that's been great. What's tricky though, with how easy it is to stream, is that if I watch a show, sometimes I watch a second and then I keep going. We all know how this process can go with binge watching shows and movies. And that's where I feel like sometimes I'm comfort zoning too hard, because again, it's easy to want to be in that comfort zone when a lot of other things out there are feeling really scary and feeling maybe like the danger zone. It's the one place I want to be. So I got a question recently that brought this to the surface from somebody who said, you know, my grandson is, they wake up and they've got their phone in their hand, and it's in their hand all day until they go to bed. What do I do? And I want to start by validating it makes sense. Like, I know that's not ideal, but it makes sense because we can derive a lot of comfort from escape and distraction, and also connectedness, and that feeling of connectedness that we get on our devices. So compassion for your grandson, compassion for yourselves, that these are challenging times. I want to start with that. Second is this. Yeah, there are times where maybe we're in the comfort zone too much and we want to push into that growth zone. But when we're already getting pushed into it by our world, I think that's where we have to take it a step up and find a little agency. If you can find ways to step into your growth zone where you're choosing to do it, and it's a positive experience, that's going to feel different than just being in your growth zone or danger zone because the world is forcing you into it. Well, then how do we get our teens and our kids to jump in as well? I think that this is the space where we have to be the role models. We have to get out of our comfort zone and then share that with them and say, hey, check it out. I'm doing this thing. It's kind of scary. It's kind of different, and it's working well. Or I'm totally struggling, but that's just part of my reality right now. So sharing that you too are in this space can be incredibly helpful. And then invite them along. It's easier to get out of your comfort zone if you're doing it with somebody else. That's why often when we try a new thing, we're like, hey, do you want to go try this new thing with me? That's going to help out. Well, if right now you're like, I don't know how to get out of my comfort zone, just sitting at my house, here are a couple ideas. And for some of you, these things might be in your comfort zone. Other things that might totally be in your danger zone. So your job is, with yourself, with your family, figure out which of these things are gonna best get you out of your comfort zone so that you can ease back in and not out in your danger zone, so all you wanna do is be back maybe binge watching on a screen. Number one, dance party in your living room. My family, this is comfort zone material. We do this all the time. Others, you're already trying to like shut off the video because that's such a scary thought. Find what's gonna be good for you. But if you haven't done it, turn on the music, lower the lights, a little string of other lights, or just whatever. Enjoy yourselves. Get out there, move a little bit. If it feels weird, good. That's the growth zone feeling. That's what we're looking for. Next, call a friend. Call a friend that you haven't spoken to in a long time. That feeling of like, oh, it's been too long. Is it weird to call them? That's the getting out of your comfort zone part. And there's a good chance that that is gonna be the best thing that they receive that day, is a call from you. You can do that in a different way. Grab your phone, make a video of yourself, less than a minute, just telling any friend how awesome they are, and just send them that video. They will probably write back with just sharing how much that was a great experience for them, or they might even send you a video back, and what a nice opportunity to connect with a friend. Cook. Already, for some of you, maybe out of your comfort zone. Next level, cook a different way. If you tend to just like boil everything or throw it in a pan and saute it up, try roasting, try baking. That's a big step up. And if you're like someone that cooks all the time and you're really great at it, try cooking your next meal with just your non-dominant hand. Please be careful, make good choices, but see what happens if you just try to cook that meal with just a non-dominant hand. And do something physical. If you've been spending a lot of time not being physical, maybe you start with just getting up and stretching, just moving the body, and a nice stretch that makes sense for you. If you're stretched out just fine, maybe you add some squats into your world. Maybe you find something funny to do in your house where squats make sense. Or maybe we circle back to that dance party and you've got a win-win situation. I'm feeling a little awkward, dancing in my living room, and I'm moving my body. And you get to get out of your comfort zone in a couple ways all at once. All right, folks, that's all I've got for now. Thanks so much for tuning in to another Leading Edge video in the Leading Edge video series. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, and send your questions in. We'd love more from you. That's all for now. Be brave, love big, and we love you. Take care, everyone.